DSA Caucus calls for breaking with Democrats. Now, this article is from leftvoice.org. They are like they're not radical or anything like that. They're slightly better than maybe like a DSA or Jacobin. Slightly, but not much. The time is now. DSA Caucus calls for breaking with Democrats. When I caught this, I thought this was interesting, and then of course, after drilling down into it, it's not like it's a large, a big group or dozens and dozens of them calling for this. There is a smaller group that's calling for this, and it's small, but it's still good. DSA Boise and the Red Labor Caucus have put forth a resolution for the DSA convention to break with the Democrats. Left Voice supports the fight for a class independent party. And this is Aaron Liu. This is April 5th, so about a week ago today. Democrat Socialists of America. In the lead up to the Democratic Socialists of America 2023 convention, many competing political platforms and resolutions will be discussed and voted on. One such resolution, the Clean Break, which is backed by Boise DSA and the Red Labor Caucus, is putting forth the call for DSA to, quote, immediately pursue a clean, irrefutable, and permanent break from the capitalist Democratic Party, end quote. A minimum of 300 signatures are required by April 14th. That's in 2 days for the resolution to make it to the DSA convention floor. So if you are a DSA member and you want to have a clean break from the Democratic Party, get on board with this. I don't know where you would find it out, but go to DSA.com or whatever their website is, and I'm sure you're able to Google or search for this on DuckDuckGo. This resolution is important for engaging the DSA rank and file about the necessity of breaking from the Democratic Party now and building a class independent party. As the resolution highlights, DSA electeds in Congress like Jamal Bowman and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez have time and time again betrayed the platform and ideas of DSA members and more broadly working class and oppressed. Loving this article. Spot on about the elected DSA members, and they haven't been expelled as Shama Sawant was calling for after breaking up the strike of the railroad workers. But continue with the article. This resolution highlights the fact that socialists have no place in the Democratic Party, opening a key debate and discussion for the DSA after important rightward shifts towards becoming an electoral apparatus inside the Democratic Party. Like the comrades putting forth this resolution, we believe the Democratic Party from Biden to Sanders is the party of the police, imperialists, and exploitation. It sounds like this resolution is fucking on point. And this caucus out of Boise is putting this forth. But this sounds freaking on point so far. You're right. They're not socialists. Democratic socialists are not socialists. If they were socialists, they would not need a separate designation. They wouldn't need the term democratic. As Left Voice, we published this statement as part of an ongoing discussion about an independent working and socialist way forward for the left. As the world faces climate change, looming economic crisis, war, and increased geopolitical tensions, it is vital for the left to discuss how to break the stranglehold of the Democratic Party and build a political alternative for our class, a working class party that fights for socialism around the world. Such a party would put at the forefront the struggles of the working class and oppressed, organizing from below in workspaces, school, and in the streets. There are foundations for this type of party in the youth, worker fighting for unions, who have had political experience in the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as in the DSA members who see that being in the Democratic Party has brought nothing but betrayal. This statement by Aaron Liu and the Boise DSA is a welcome statement in the direction of building a new independent political alternative. We invite other groups and individuals to also write on the way forward for an independent working class party that fights for socialism. The question of organizing a party that has been a major point of discussion in a democratic socialist America for the last half decade. The general consensus of the left wing of the organization always seems to be that eventually, when the time is right, the DSA will break from the Democrats and work to build an independent socialist party. Since 2019, the DSA has resolved itself to building a political organization independent. It resolved itself, meaning they've given up on that, independent of the Democratic Party and their capitalist donor, and stated that our goal is to form an independent working class party. The question is always, when is the right time? The Boise DSA Red Labor Caucus and the DSA have an answer to that question. The time to break from the Democrats is now. The present moment is always the right time. Currently, the DSA serves to strengthen and legitimize the Democratic Party by endorsing its candidates and having its members run on Democratic Party lines. This begs the question that if a better world is possible for working class people, why isn't a better party? So check the rest of this article out if you would like, but this is pretty on point.